right.
I had to take notes because I'm not going I'm always the positive, the healer dealer, but the last week my family really been shook. So I've really been fighting through some resistance here lately. Like I've really been, like I'm detoxing right now to the point where I'm detoxing hard. Like I need God to make a move for me because that shook the family so hard. So it kind of threw me off. I haven't been writing or practicing anything, and I really feel like transparency and authenticity is the best way to do it. So I was like, I'm just gonna write some notes, and I did this right when I was waiting for you outside. And so I just wanted to start with kind of where everything started with me. I have 2 children. I've been a mom for 10 years now. My daughter's 10-year-old girl. My son is 2, he'll be 3. Valentine's Day, that's my special baby. And my life changed, I think, when I've always been a person of trials and tribulations, as everybody goes through. We all been the underdog. We've all had things that happen that we feel like we just not worthy. And I've been dealing with that all my life. And then I became a parent, and then I met I was with my kid's dad, and I thought we were like soulmates, and that was gonna be my everything, even though it was toxic between them. But we didn't listen basically to when God was telling us it's too toxic, y'all need to be friends, y'all don't need to continue to mess each other's life up. And for me, I just come to the realization that when God tells you to move and you don't move, to protect you, he's going to do whatever he got to do. So I say that to say my kid's dad was in a car accident. 2 months, my son was 2 months, and it was Easter Sunday, and I was supposed to go back to work Easter Monday. And at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up. And I never told nobody this part, but when I woke up, my son was on my chest, and because we're not supposed to sleep like that. But my son was on my chest, and when I woke up, I just didn't feel right, and I immediately looked down, and there was a big old pool of blood on my leg. What? And I was like, of course I started checking my son. I'm like, I guess it was menstrual, I just had the baby, so I guess I bled a little bit. Then I looked my pants, and I'm like, bro, there's no blood nowhere. So that was my eerie point when I felt like something's not right. So then he never came home the next morning, and about 12 o'clock, called his mom, still nothing. He was a John Doe at Sinai Hospital. We didn't find him until 10 o'clock that night. He hit the light pole. He was hit, brain swollen. They were telling us if his brain didn't stop swelling, they were gonna have to cut his skull. And this was all happening while I had a 2 month. So like when I say my life, it was like a movie, like literally a movie. And finally get to the hospital, we find him. I see him, of course, I blanked out, I passed out, and they brought me back. But through all that, we had so much turmoil through the family. When things happen, people don't know who to blame, people just, so in a sense, everybody turned away, like the whole family turned away from me, because me and his mom, we had words. And the whole family turned against me, so for 3 months, I was blocked from seeing him. Like I was shut down, couldn't see him, and that's when I started going into a dark place, because all my life, I'm like, dang, I've always been controlling everything. I've always been able to control everything. I've always been the head of everything. And now, like, I've been stripped. Like, really, when I went in there, I signed the papers and everything. No, we weren't technically married, but 9 years. I signed the papers. His mother came in there, ripped the papers out, told them that's not his wife. Y'all don't speak to her. But I understand she was hurt, so that's a whole nother story. In order for me to get out that dark place, I had to find some passion. Because that was my passion. He was my passion. My family was my passion. So when he was gone, I was like, okay, I lost it all. But I still had my kids. But you lose yourself. Like that was my everything. Like literally, we did everything together. I'm like, okay, kid, it's Eva. Sat down with God, and it's crazy because in my relationship with Jimmy, I was the prayer warrior. Like it was to the point where he'd be like, "Man, I need you to pray for me." I'm like, "No, fool, we need to pray together." That's how. So now being an adult, I realized that we weren't even on it. When you're not on the same accord with people, things don't work out the way you want it. So I'm understanding now that we weren't even equally yoked as I thought we were. So life lessons happen, and I said, God, Eva, I'm gonna let this take me down, and I'm gonna go to that dark place that everybody in my family, or I know so many people go to, or I'm gonna be a generational curse breaker. Like I don't want to be what everybody else would have. You know, I don't want to be my circumstance. I don't want this to be my narration of my life. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get out this dark place. When I say I was dark, like dark cloud, black, face mugged up, like I was a ball of toxic because I was so angry at everybody. I lost my mom when I was 2. My dad was on drugs. I felt like the underdog in the family, so I walked around hating everything about life. And I got to a point where I was like, dang, like if you keep living like this, you're gonna kill yourself. Like you can't walk around being so mad at the world that you're not gravitating your life, you're not grabbing life at all. It's passing you by. Mm-hmm. So I decided that, of course, I got into church, and church really was my solid foundation. It helped me out. And as I was going through my transition in church, I met a guy who actually told me, like, you know, prayer and meditation go hand in hand. And that's where I was stuck. That's where I was lacking. Because I'm like, God, I'm doing everything in the church. Like, I'm really tired and I'm doing everything you're saying. But something, it's a missing piece. And it was that meditation part. God was telling me, you keep on asking, but you're not listening. Stop, sit still, and meditate. That's what meditation is. And that's why I started Healing Dealings, because prayer and meditation is what really got me out of that dark place. Like, God had to sit me down, and I had to go to my truth, like really dig out that box. And that's why I can stand here and really say that the reason why my kids that was stripped away from me, because we weren't equally yoked. Like our lives were going two different things. And God told me, you are so precious because you are my light, and I need you to continue to shine your light. I'm going to protect you at any cost. Hence why I lost my mom. Hence why, and when you look at life like this, when you look at life like this, you get a whole new outlook on, dang, I went through this because it was in my narration. This was supposed to make me who I am right now. And this is why I can really stand here and tell my story, because I went through it. Like, I'm not faking it, I'm not funking it. Like, bro, I was down bad. Like, didn't know what I was going to do. And I'm like, and I've always been a hustler. Like, I done did everything. TLC, paparazzi, Leah Sophia. I done had my hand in everything. And then 9 years in the medical field, it got so bad, y'all, that I was blocked from seeing him. He made it out. 30 days he was gone in a coma. He came out, started coming to, but his brain was still also, they had to put him in rehab. Since I was blocked, because I'm a Virgo and nobody gonna play with me, I went and got a job at Sinai. Like, you're not gonna keep me away from we ain't got a job at Sinai. Of course, once they found out I got the job, they hurried up and moved him. But look, hip hop had already looked to see what's going on, so it don't even matter. But yeah, like, I just say this to say that in life, you're gonna get so many obstacles because opposition is there. Like, nobody, the enemy don't want you to win. The world, because of God's glory, the enemy wants the world to be a dark place. It has to be a dark place, because if it's a dark place, God ain't gonna have no glory. So I just said, look, Healing Dealings, I'm gonna get these people in here and I'm gonna shed as much light as I can and let them know, like, look on the brighter side of everything. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care if you're fighting cancer. Know that them herbs and whatever you're going through, or whatever chemo is going to get you to where you need to be. And if you get that in your head, like, if you stand on your belief, it happens for you. And when we start to self-doubt and start to self-sabotage, and I done did it so many times, like, I had to realize I'm self-sabotaging myself with my thoughts, with my mind, with my procrastination, with my time management, with everything that we spoken here about. Is everything that keeps us from hitting our fullest potential. So I pray that everybody take an inkling out of today and really change, because all of us said that everything that everybody said we can relate on. So that means that some of us are stuck in certain places because of those certain things. So I think that everybody should vow today that no more is this stuff gonna hold us back. Like, we all connected for a certain reason, and I'm really alike, and I feel energy, like I go off energy, and I know that everybody in here is gonna be changed after today. And whatever you got in your heart, whatever you want to do, whatever you really set your heart to do, God will make it happen for y'all. Just trust it. You just need to see the faith, like, seriously. And even if we got people who, you know, we subconsciously stuck. That's why we have light workers. That's why you go tag with her. You come tag with me. You come tag with me. Get with somebody who can lift you up in your time. And that's it. Like, seriously, just get your support system. You need your support system because, and I mean, not like family support system. Like, most of my support system is I got more friends, family than I do family. Because what I learned about well, I don't know about y'all, you know, everybody's family like is united. Like for my family, it's competition. Or for my family, it's, oh, no, you can't because I did. So that is why I'm standing like, oh, I'm breaking curses. Like, and they see it. Like, they see it, and when they see my walk, it really changes. People might not